Hello, Ethereal Souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree and this is Ethereal Guidance. I hope you all are doing well. In today's reading, we are going to be getting messages from your future spouse. We are going to see what they want you to hear at this time. I'm leaving this reading fairly open to just see what comes through, what your future spouse has to say to you. And yeah, there are 3 groups for you to choose from on the screen. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to meditate on the piles. As always, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you all in your readings. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be getting messages from your future spouse. We're going to see what they want you to know at this time. And at the very end of your reading, we are going to be pulling some channeled messages from my homemade deck here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with your tarot and then we'll get into your oracle cards. For pile number 1, please Spirit, I was being shown an engagement ring. I think your future spouse really wants to highlight the fact that your ring is going to be very, very beautiful. I'm hearing it's going to be very well suited to your taste, especially if you're a more feminine presenting person. Yeah, your future spouse is really highlighting the ring. I think your future spouse might drop a pretty penny on the ring, pile 1. So let's go ahead and see what other messages they have for you. For pile 1, please Spirit, what does pile 1's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? So we have the 5 of Wands. What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? We have the Queen of Wands, lots of fire energy. You may be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or your future spouse may be a fire sign or have heavy fire placements in their chart. What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? We have the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Cups. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. So pile number 1. First of all, your future spouse wants you to know that you are a catch. Okay. With this Queen of Wands being here, I can already tell that your future spouse views you as someone who is highly sought after, someone that is very magnetic, very attractive. There's this sort of like fiery, passionate energy about you, and honestly, I feel like some of you may not even see yourself this way or feel like you are this Queen of Wands, regardless of gender. You may not even see yourself in this light with the 5 of Pentacles, I'm being told, but your future spouse is really trying to highlight the fact that you are a catch, pile 1. You are someone that I think you actually have a lot of suitors or a lot of people that are very drawn to you on a physical level. But there is this kind of air of intimidation about you. So a lot of the times, these people that are attracted to you, that are drawn to you, may not even make it known to you. I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles being here, some of you might feel quite lonely. Dating might be quite difficult for you, pile 1, and you may feel like, no one ever really approaches me. I don't know what's wrong, And even if you do have, a higher self-esteem, even if you do like the way that you look, I feel like this intimidation factor, other people being intimidated by your beauty, could make you feel like, what's wrong with me, or why don't people really approach me? There's that feeling coming through, and your future spouse wants you to know it's not because you're unattractive or undesirable. No, it's very much the opposite. It's the fact that you're so desirable, so attractive that it intimidates a lot of people and they're scared to approach you. I also feel like your future spouse wants you to know that with this 5 of Wands, they will stop at nothing to, first of all, get your attention. Excuse me. They will stop at nothing to get your attention, but also to keep the fire, keep the passion burning in this connection. This feels like a person who is always going to strive to make you happy and strive to make this connection work, and just strive for better overall within this connection, within this relationship. That's something else that your future spouse wants you to know, that they are not going to give up on you, essentially. Even when things get tough, even when things get hard, your future spouse wants you to know that they will not give up on you, okay? And I also feel like with this 10 of Cups being here, your future spouse wants you to know, for those of you that want children, your future spouse wants you to know that the two of you are going to create a really beautiful, happy home together, a beautiful life that is so fulfilling for the both of you. With this Page of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck, I was initially getting the message that this is representing a future child. This may be your firstborn, like I said, if you want children. This may be your firstborn with this person. This child may be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like this child will be very intellectual, very smart, very book smart. I think this child will really excel in school. Very intelligent child coming through with this card here. I rarely get those messages of children with the pages, but, pages can definitely represent children. And with this 10 of Cups, I feel like your future spouse wants you to know that the two of you will have, at the very least, one child together that is going to be so incredibly intelligent. And, the two of you are going to create a very beautiful, very harmonious home together. I'm also seeing that your family and your future spouse's family are going to get along very well as well. Like, I feel like your in-laws are going to love you, are going to adore you, and I feel like your family is going to love your future spouse as well. So it feels like a very, well blended really nice coming together of two families to make one big happy family. And the two of you will have at least one child, I feel, for those of you that want children. I honestly feel like most of you will have more than that if you want children, but there is one that's coming through here with that Page of Swords. And like I said, that child may end up being an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Your future spouse also wants you to know that if you're feeling quite lonely right now, if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling like kind of giving up on hope when it comes to finding your forever person, your future spouse wants you to know that they are out there, okay? They are out there. They want you to know that your story does not end here where you are at currently. If you are feeling this way, if you are feeling sad, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated, if you feel like giving up hope, your future spouse wants you to know that your story does not end here. There's still so much more for you to experience. There's still so much bliss and happiness with this 10 of Cups being here. There's still so much more that you have yet to experience in this lifetime. And your future spouse wants you to not forget that, okay? Don't forget that. So let's go ahead and get into your oracles now. Pile 1. So we have indecision, confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Butterfly with metamorphosis. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. You are about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay. So, let's move these up really quickly. Make sure you can see everything. Okay. So with indecision being here, the number 8, the first message that I was getting with this card for you, Pile 1, is some of you may be feeling quite indecisive or confused about work, about career, because it's the number 8 is bringing me to the 8 of Pentacles in the tarot, which is, about work, hard work, can symbolize about career. So I do feel like for some of you, this indecision, this confusion is referencing confusion about your career, where to go next, your pathway ahead of you in regards to your career. For others of you, this indecision is just kind of in general, confusion about where your life is headed, about where life is taking you, about where you want to go in life. There is this feeling of like things are a little bit unclear, things are a little bit hazy for you, and your future spouse wants you to know it's because you're going through this metamorphosis with the butterfly, okay? There's a lot of change taking place within yourself right now, pile 1, that your future spouse is really trying to highlight. Your future spouse is saying it's okay that you don't have all the answers right now. You're not meant to have all the answers right now. There are certain things that are happening within yourself. On a soul level, you're going through this profound change, this profound transformation, to kind of almost prepare you for the next phase of your life. So there's a reason why things are feeling a bit unclear. There's a reason why you're feeling confused potentially. And I also feel like your future spouse is highlighting the fact that you don't have to look outside of yourself for the answers. You can look within yourself, do that introspection. I'm being brought to the Hermit card in the tarot deck. You can go within, do that introspection, examine what is causing you to feel a certain way, what is causing this feeling of anxiety, or even this 5 of Pentacles, what is causing this feeling of isolation, of loneliness, Your future spouse wants you to know that all of the answers lie within you, but also at the same time, this confusion, this indecision energy that some of you may be experiencing is because you are going through a major transformation and major change right now. So of course things are going to be a little bit confusing. You're kind of in this cocoon right now. You're in this incubation period, and I do feel like you are going to turn into this beautiful butterfly very, very soon, but your future spouse wants you to know that it is perfectly okay that things are unclear right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, essentially. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You are not meant to have all the answers right now. And, if you feel like you need answers about certain things in life, look inside yourself. Don't look out. Don't look externally for these answers, because everything lies within you, pile 1. Your future spouse also wants you to know that, of course, this is your future spouse. This is true love, okay? This is the romance of a lifetime. So you don't need to worry also about this connection, about the future of this connection. You don't have to worry about those things, essentially. Your future spouse wants you to know this. This is true love, okay? You don't have to worry about it. Pile 1, we're going to go ahead and get into your channeled messages from your future spouse. What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know, Spirit, at this time? What do they want them to know? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know, please? So we have, look at that. I will never give up on us. Wasn't I just saying that at the beginning of your reading with that 5 of Wands energy? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know, please, Spirit? Okay, we have, I will always choose you. What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 1's future spouse want them to know? We have, I will never give you a reason to not trust me. What does pile 1's We are aligned in the 3D. Okay. So with we are aligned in the 3D, this means that the two of you are likely going to come into union very soon. This card it gives me the feeling of like there are no blockages in the 3D regarding your union. It's almost like it's only a matter of time, okay? So the two of you are aligned in the 3D. There's no blockages. So messages from pile one's future spouse. What does pile one's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile one's future spouse want them to know? We will be together soon. Yeah, perfect. Like I was just saying, like I think the two of you are definitely coming into union very soon. There are no blockages in this connection in terms of the two of you coming into union. So that's a nice confirmation to come through. We also have, I can't wait to wake up to your face every morning. Don't lose hope. We get two more. What does pile one's future spouse want them to know? All right. We also have our time is coming. Oh my goodness. And I will never judge you. So yeah, there's so many messages here about this, you and this person coming into union very, very soon. So, I mean, we have three cards here kind of confirming this. So I do think that the two of you will be coming into union very, very soon. So very nice, pile one. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the very end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading where we are looking at messages from your future spouse. We are going to see what your future spouse wants you to know at this time. And at the very end of your reading, we are going to be pulling some channeled messages from your future spouse using my homemade deck. But we're going to go ahead and start off with your tarot, and then we'll get into your oracles. For pile 2, please spirit, pile number 2, I was being shown like planetary alignments. There's something about your birth chart, you and your future spouse. I don't know, it might be that the two of you have like the same sun sign, the same moon sign, the same rising sign. There's something about your birth charts, or it's like your birth charts are very like compatible is what I'm feeling. There's something about that coming through. I was also being shown the beach. So your future spouse might really like to go to the beach. The two of you might go to the beach a lot together. I was hearing beach house. But also I feel like your future spouse is reminding you to relax, to take care of yourself, to kick your feet up every once in a while. If you've been working really, really hard, I think your future spouse is telling you to, you know, remember to take care of yourself. Remember to relax when you get a chance. Don't work yourself to death, pile 2, for some of you is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's get into your tarot now. For pile number 2, please, Spirit, what does pile 2's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? So we are starting off with the Sun. What does pile 2's... Whoa, okay, we have the 9 of Cups that flew. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? We have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Beautiful. And we have the 2 of Cups underneath that. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So I definitely feel like with the Sun card being here, this is a very positive card. This is about happiness, it's about joy. It's all positive vibes with the Sun card. I'm also being told that your person could be, or your future spouse could be, a Leo with the Sun card being here. They don't have to be, of course, but your future spouse wants you to remember to see the joys in life, to have fun, to let your hair down, to experience positive emotions and to bring in positive energy into your life. With the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands being here, I can see that a lot of you probably struggle with overthinking, anxiety, feeling pretty trapped in your head. You could be holding on to things from the past with the Ten of Wands being here. This is about a burden that you're carrying, a heavy load that you're carrying. I think that is having a significant impact on your mental space. And your future spouse wants you to know that it's okay for you to release whatever has been holding you down, whatever you've been holding on to that's been causing you this mental strife, that's been making your head feel like a mental prison. It is okay for you to release this. It is okay for you to walk away from this, because you are meant to experience all of your dreams and wishes coming true. You are meant to experience the sun, you are meant to bask in the sun. I keep hearing you shine like the light from the sun from the Lizzie McGuire movie. It's like your future spouse wants you to know that you shine so brightly, pile two, and it's almost like you're dimming your own light by holding on to things that are not serving you, by holding on to past experiences that are causing you this mental anguish, this mental strife, when in reality, you're meant to be in the energy of the Fool, someone who's optimistic, someone who's ready to jump into the next chapter of their lives. And it's like you can't do that until you release what has been holding you down, and this could be a lot of different things for all of you. This could be fear, this could be past pain that you've been holding on to that has been preventing you from feeling more optimistic, or even just hopeful. There's this feeling of your future spouse wants you to know that it's okay for you to let go of this, whatever this is for you specifically. It is okay for you to get out of your head, for you to release the fear, the anxiety, the overthinking, and to just be happy. Essentially, like you're just meant to be happy. And that's what your future spouse wants you to know right now. You do have a wish fulfillment coming through for you with the Nine of Cups. And I do feel like for a lot of you, it literally could be this union with the Fool and the Two of Cups. It could be this union that is getting ready to come into your life, but it's almost like you have to make space, because the Ten of Wands is you already have so much that you're carrying. You can't carry any more. Even if it is something that's positive that's trying to come in, you have to create space for that. So it's really important. Your future spouse is really trying to get you to understand that it's really important that you release this Ten of Wands. You release any fear, anxiety, overthinking, experiences from the past that are just not serving you, that are weighing you down, holding you back. You have to release that so that you can bring in all of this positive energy that is waiting for you on the other side. You don't have to overthink things. Pile two. Your future spouse wants you to know you do not have to overthink things. You don't have to overthink this connection. You don't have to overthink where you're headed in life. Just know that it's all good. It's all positive. It's all wish fulfillments coming through for you with the Nine of Cups being here. The Nine of Cups in this deck also gives me a very liberating feeling. Honestly, both the Sun and the Nine of Cups, the imagery on these cards look very liberating, So I think there's this feeling of like it's time for you to be liberated from what's been weighing you down, from what's been keeping you stuck, keeping you held back. And for a lot of you, I do feel like it's more like mental things that you've been holding on to in your head, and maybe cycles that keep repeating themselves. It's time for you to be liberated from that, so that you can step into this next phase, this new phase of your life with the Fool card here. And I do feel like for a lot of you, that next phase is you and your future spouse coming into union with that Two of Cups being here. So let's go ahead and get into your oracles now. Pile number 2. We have anxiety, values. We have too many differences. Turtle, calm. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our own about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break from your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. Like I was saying, at the beginning, I felt like your future spouse was telling you to like take a break, take a break from your busy life. You guys also have Hedgehog with trust. This is a reminder that even if you feel that others do not understand you or get what you are doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. Sure, you may need a little bit of space right now, but the world needs your gifts. You are more than worthy. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And we also have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay. So pile number 2, your future spouse honestly has a lot to say. I feel like your future spouse could definitely be a talker. So going back to the anxiety card here, this is exactly what it sounds like. And I've already pretty much touched on this with the 8 of Swords. A lot of you, I think, struggle with anxiety, stress, overthinking. It's all like mental things that are affecting you. And I do feel like it has a lot to do with the experiences that you have gone through in life that have made you this way, that have put you in a perpetual state of anxiety and a state of stress. And it kind of almost feels like you're on guard a little bit all the time because of certain experiences that you've gone through. I am picking up that there's a little bit of fear coming through for some of you. Your future spouse wants you to know that you don't have to stay in this state of anxiety. Your future spouse doesn't want you to be fearful or scared or overthink things, especially when it comes to this connection. With express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I think your future spouse is really wanting you to know that, when the two of you do come into union, it's perfectly safe for you to express your love. It's perfectly safe for you to, I'm almost feeling like, love this person or express your love in the way that you've always wanted to, but maybe you never really did out of fear. It's like you don't have to overthink things with this person, like at all. Just do what feels right in the moment. That's what your future spouse is wanting you to know. Just do what feels right in the moment when it comes to this connection. Of course, once the two of you do come into union. Now with values here, we have too many differences. I feel like for some of you, you and this person may have significant differences. For instance, you could have different backgrounds, be different races, ethnicities. Could be that you come from different cultures, speak different languages. There could be something that's a big difference. It could even be a difference in socioeconomic status for some of you. There just might be a significant difference between you and this person that might put you off at first, or it might seem like it's a big hurdle for the two of you to overcome. Your spirit guides, well, maybe your spirit guides do want you to know this as well, but your future spouse wants you to know that if you put your trust, your faith in them and in this connection, that there's nothing that the two of you cannot overcome. Okay. There may be a significant difference between the two of you, but this isn't something that I don't feel like this is something that the two of you cannot overcome. I am definitely seeing this could definitely be like a difference in socioeconomic status. One of you may come from a more wealthier background or have more money than the other. And that might be a little bit, I'm hearing like intimidating, but there's something coming through about you may feel like there's an imbalance in this connection because of a difference, and your future spouse wants you to know that this isn't something that you should be worried about or stressed about when the two of you do come into union. This is something that the two of you are going to be able to work through and overcome. It's not something that is going to be necessarily a significant hurdle in this connection if you don't let it be. With the trust with the hedgehog here. Your future spouse wants you to have trust and faith in them and in this connection, and know that the two of you can overcome any kind of challenge and any kind of hurdle that may come your way. There's also this message coming through with the turtle and the hedgehog that I think a lot of you are meant to kind of dance to the beat of your own drum in this lifetime. You are definitely your own person, okay? Like, I feel like you're meant to dance to the beat of your own drum. You're meant to go down your own path. You're not meant to do things the way everyone else does things. You're not meant to just do things the way that society tells you should do things. You are meant to do things according to your own plan that you have laid out for yourself. And your future spouse wants you to know that not only do they find this super attractive, but they also want you to trust in that. Trust in where your heart is guiding you towards. Trust in what your intuition is pulling you towards. It's okay that other people might not understand you or understand what you're trying to do or understand what you're trying to pursue. I feel like your future spouse will understand, and I feel like your future spouse would definitely be very supportive of you. But until the two of you can come into union, your future spouse wants you to know that you are meant to, carve your own path in this life. You're not meant to do things the way everyone else does things. I am being really drawn to the fact that this could definitely be about career. You could be self-employed or want to be self-employed or start your own business or do something that's different from the norm. And, I do feel like your future spouse finds that to be very attractive, and they really like that about you, to be very honest. But don't be scared to go down your own path and do things your own way, pile 2, because that's exactly what you're meant to do in this life. Once again, I do feel this energy of you needing to relax sometimes, calm down, maybe meditate, do some breath work. I do feel like a lot of you struggle with anxiety and overthinking. So when you get into that space of feeling that anxiety, of feeling that weight with the 10 of Wands, feeling that weight kind of take over your body, your future spouse really wants you to take that time to just slow down, breathe, calm yourself down, and realize that everything is okay, okay? Everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay. You do not have to worry, okay? You do not have to worry. And with you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I think this is really going back to that 10 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. I do feel like a lot of you have definitely gone through a lot of challenging experiences in your life that have caused you to be stressed, anxious. You've been holding on to these things for a long time, I feel, for a lot of you. And your future spouse is telling you may not understand why these things happen to you, but know that they happened for a reason, within reason, okay? There's always nuances to these messages, pile 2. Certain things like abuse, I will not say that those things happened for a reason, okay? I just wanted to throw that out there. But with certain things in life, certain challenges in life, those things happen for a reason. It's because it's meant to build you up, to build up your confidence, your resilience. And your future spouse wants you to know that you may not understand it now, you may not understand it in the moment, but know that things are going to get better. Through this turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed with the 9 of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment, and I feel like for a lot of you, it is union with your future spouse, okay? Like I was saying with that 2 of Cups and the Fool energy at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like this blessing, this wish fulfillment is likely going to be union with your future spouse. So know that things are getting better. Things are definitely getting better. You just have to release what has been holding you down with the 10 of Wands. You have to release yourself from this mental prison, from overthinking, from the anxiety, from the stress, and remember that you're in control. You're in control, pile 2. Remember that you're in control, and your destiny, your fate is in your hands, okay? No one else's. You may have felt like your power was taken from you in the past, and your future spouse wants you to know that you are perfectly capable of reclaiming that power, you know? You are 100% capable of reclaiming that power, and essentially just know that things are going to get better, okay? I'm hearing the worst part is over, so know that things are definitely going to get better for you, pile 2. So let's go ahead and get some channeled messages from your future spouse to end off your reading. What does pile 2's future spouse want pile 2 to know? We have a lot of the same interests. Okay. I'm getting this feeling of like there might be external differences between you and this person, but internally the two of you are very similar. So, you know, externally, it could be that physically you look different. Like I said, some of you could have different backgrounds, or it could be, like I said, socioeconomic statuses. You know, there's something about the external that might be different between the two of you, but internally, the two of you are very similar. You will have me wrapped around your finger. Okay, I feel like your future spouse will definitely do anything to make you happy, for sure. For pile 2, what does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know, please, Spirit? Whoa, that is way too much. Like I said, I feel like your future spouse is a talker. I feel like they are a talker. They have a lot to say. Okay, let's try that again. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? Once we are together, you will never feel lonely again. Okay. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know, please? Oh, my goodness, like all of these cards. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? Okay. We have, I can't wait to cook for you. So your future spouse might like to cook. Very nice. They can't wait to make you a nice home-cooked meal. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? We have, I can't wait to grow old with you. Once again, with the millions of cards, we'll take this one. Remember to take care of yourself. Yeah, we got that message at the beginning of your reading. I can't wait to wake up to your face every morning. We'll get 2 more. What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 2's future spouse want them to know? We'll take these. I love your smile, and our wedding will be amazing. Okay. Your wedding will be amazing. Okay. So pile number 2, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the very end. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. So today we are going to be getting messages from your future spouse. We're going to see what they want you to know at this time. At the very end of your reading, we are going to be pulling some channeled messages from your future spouse using my little homemade deck. But we're going to start off with your tarot and then get into your oracle cards for you pile number 3. And let's see what your future spouse wants you to know. For pile number 3, please, Spirit. Pile number 3, I'm getting the message that for some of you or someone here feels like you're never truly heard. Like you could be talking to people, could be like family, it could have been past partners, and you feel like they're not really like hearing you. Like they're listening, but they're not really hearing you, you know? There's something about that coming through. My ears just got like super clogged for a moment. And if that is the case, if that does resonate with you, your future spouse wants you to know that they will always hear you. Like, they won't just listen to you, they will hear you, and really understand what you are saying. I'm hearing that your future spouse will, I don't know, it's like your future spouse wants you to know that they will truly hear you if you felt like you weren't being heard before. Whether this is by past partners, family, friends, like your future spouse will really listen to you, listen to what you have to say. They want to listen to you and hear what you have to say. There's something about that coming through for you, pile 3. But let's see, for pile 3, please. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know, please? We have the Ace of Wands. What does pile 3's... We have the Four of Wands. Yeah, I was also seeing a wedding. Your future spouse... Oh, and I totally forgot to say it. I was being shown a tent. And I was like, okay, this is about the wedding. You know how there'll be like a reception. Like some people will have a tent as their reception space. I was being shown that. So some of you might end up having like a reception in like a tent. Not necessarily this kind of a tent. You know, it might be a little bit bigger or nicer than that. But yeah, that was coming through for some of you as well. But I think your future spouse is really highlighting that your wedding is going to be really, really nice and fun and memorable. We have the Four of Swords popping out. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you're such a giver. Pile 3 with the Queen of Pentacles coming through. Your future spouse knows that you're a giver. You're someone that I feel like is always putting other people's needs before your own. You're very loving, very nurturing. And I feel like people come to you with their issues a lot, but they don't always necessarily hold that same space for you. And it's not necessarily that they're trying to be like mean about it necessarily. I think it's just... You always seem so poised and put together and like you have everything under control. And I think sometimes people forget that you are human too, and you also go through challenges, and you also need that comforting as well sometimes. And your future spouse wants you to know that they will always have that space for you. They will always create that safe space for you to just let go of all of the struggles that you may be having within you that maybe other people don't really hold space for. Your future spouse feels very comforting. I feel like they're just going to want to like hold you tight, pile 3, because you do that for other people so much. You're so selfless, and I feel like your future spouse wants to kind of be that for you because you're that way for everyone else. With the Four of Swords being here, you know, this is a card of rest, reflection, a pause, taking a time out. And your future spouse wants you to remember to take care of yourself, to rest. You don't always have to put other people before you. I know it can be difficult, especially if you're just naturally like this. But your future spouse wants you to know, like, remember to take care of yourself, remember to rest, remember to relax. And also, I think that your future spouse will definitely create this space for you when the two of you do come into union. Now, I was also getting some messages coming through about the wedding and the wedding night. I feel like your future spouse is very passionate with this Ace of Wands, okay? I feel like in terms of physical intimacy, that department is going to be top notch for you, pile 3, and your future spouse wants to highlight this for you. I also feel like your future spouse is highlighting the fact that your wedding is going to be so much fun. It's going to be filled with so much joy, so much excitement, so much dancing that at the end of the night, I feel like both of you are going to be so exhausted with the Four of Swords here. Or you will be very exhausted by the end of this wedding ceremony and reception. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I also see this as your marriage itself is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like the two of you are always going to do things together, travel together, have new experiences together. And there's always this sense of excitement and passion within this relationship, within this marriage, that I feel like will never fizzle out. It kind of feels like two best friends marrying each other, and the two of you are just always going to have something to do, something exciting to do, or something exciting to look forward to. It's almost like you never have to worry about that spark dying, You never have to worry about that spark dying in this connection, in this marriage. And I also feel like your future spouse is someone who, with the 9 of Cups at the back of the deck, and we have the Star right under that. Okay, I'm getting the message that with the 9 of Pentacles, the Star, and the 9 of Cups being here, the 9 of Cups and the Star are both wish fulfillment energies. There's this feeling of like, you're fully capable of taking care of yourself. Like, I feel like you're probably very independent. You know how to take care of yourself. And you take care of other people as well. Your future spouse obviously knows this about you. They know that you're independent and that you can take care of yourself, but there's something about like your future spouse wanting to grant your every wish, wanting to take care of you for a change, like they're going to want to do everything that you want them to do, or they're going to always want to make sure that your needs are being met, that your wishes are being fulfilled. Even though, you can do it yourself, there's that independence coming through. Your future spouse is fully aware of the fact that you can, bring these wishes in by yourself. You're fully capable of that. You have that independence about you, but your future spouse wants to take care of you, if you'll allow them to, is what I'm hearing. They want to, make you happy and bring in these wishes that you may have. So if it's like, for example, you always wanted to travel to a certain place, obviously you can make that trip happen for yourself, but your future spouse wants to be the one to, plan the trip and to pay for the trip and do all of the things for you because they just love you. And I think that might also be how they show their love, how they express their love to you. Gift giving, acts of service, these sorts of things. So yeah, that's also coming through. That your future spouse wants to take care of you, essentially. I feel like you're someone that's always taking care of other people. You're independent, and, while that is very admirable, you deserve to be taken care of too, and that's something that's coming through from your future spouse as well. So we're going to go ahead and get into your oracles now, pile number 3. So we have journey. So this is going back to, I feel like, that travel energy. I think the two of you are definitely going to be traveling a lot together, experiencing new places a lot together. And I'm also seeing this as the journey of this marriage itself. It is going to be quite the journey, I feel, but I feel like it's exciting, it's vibrant, it's passionate. There's always something good happening with this marriage and in this connection. There's always something to look forward to. I almost feel like, the two of you are going to grow old together, and you're going to have all of these experiences together that you'll be able to write a book about this marriage. We also have conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Okay. We have spider with manifestation. You weave your web in life. What you see before you are the result of your thoughts. If your current reality does not suit you, then it is time to make changes through conscious manifestation. Your energy can bring in all you desire. I feel like this is really going back to the fact that you're independent and you can bring in all of your desires yourself. And while, your future spouse is definitely highlighting that, I do think that when the two of you come into union, your future spouse is going to, want to, give you gifts and give you experiences and, just give you things that even though you can get it for yourself, your future spouse just wants to take care of you in that way as well, pile 3. We also have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for some of you, you may actually already know this person. Maybe that's why this conversation card is coming up. I want to call you and hear your voice. Maybe, you already know this person and they really want to talk to you. If you're in separation, for example, that won't resonate for all of you. But We also have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Okay, so if you do know this person, I do feel like you would be in separation with this person at this time. Pile number 3. With this my beloved card. But even if you have not yet met this person in this life, I do feel like energetically the two of you are definitely connected in the 5D, and you might be like conversing with this person in the 5D, and I feel like their higher self is saying that they can't wait to like talk to you in person, talk to you in the 3D. I'm also feeling like for some of you, your future spouse may travel for work. And they want you to know that even when they're gone, even when the two of you are apart, they're always going to make time to call you, to hear your voice. They don't want to just text, you know, they want to hear your voice, maybe FaceTime as well. They want to see your face. Like texting is not going to be like sufficient enough for your future spouse. Like they want to hear your voice, they want to see your face, even when the two of you are at a distance. There's also something really healing about your voice. I'm hearing your future spouse, I think, is just going to really like your voice, be really drawn to and attracted to your voice. There's something healing about the way that you speak. There's something almost angelic about the way that you speak that your future spouse is really highlighting here. And I do feel like the two of you are definitely connected. If not yet in the 3D, in the 5D, you're already, you know, conversing up there. And you know, like I said, for some of you, you could already know this person, you could have already met this person, and if you have, you would be in separation with this person right now, I feel. And your future spouse just can't wait to talk to you again, or just talk to you in the first place. For those of you who have not yet met this person. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into our channeled messages here from your future spouse to end off your reading. For pile number 3, please, Spirit, pile number 3. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know, please? Okay. We have, I can't wait to grow old with you. I want to know everything about you. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of talking to each other, especially like in the beginning. I'm always with you in spirit. That's going back to this my beloved card. Yeah, they're always with you in spirit. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? I can't wait to wake up to your face every morning. I think that card came out for every group. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? What does pile 3's... I can't wait to hold your hand. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know, please? So I feel like if you have already met this person, this isn't like an ex. With I can't wait to hold your hand, like I feel like you wouldn't have dated this person yet. We have, remember to take care of yourself. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? You will have me wrapped around your finger. Yeah, for sure. Like your wish is their command. Pile 3. I love your smile. Let's get one more. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? I think they're going to love to like put a smile on your face. You know, they just want to make you happy. One more. What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know, please? What does pile 3's future spouse want them to know? We have our time is coming. Okay. Our time is coming. So the two of you, I think, are going to be coming into union pretty soon. with our time is coming. We also have we are already together in the 5D. Once again, that message is coming through that the two of you are definitely already connected. And I feel like going back and forth, conversing in the 5D. So it's just a matter of time before, you know, the two of you come together in the 3D. Pile number 3. So we're going to go ahead and leave your reading here. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and making it to the end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next reading. Bye!